I'm gonna rob you.
Then when she stops because she's obviously terrified, bro quickly tries to act like he was gonna give her money.
If you keep walking away, I want to give you money. No, okay.
Bro, you just said you're gonna rob somebody. When I hear that, I'm already gone. I'm booking it. Today, he was literally booked on the news, and they're gonna make an example out of him. They're like, we're not gonna send you back to America. You're gonna face your charges here, buddy. And a lot of these Asian countries, bro, they don't be arresting nobody. Like, you have to go out your way to be arrested, bro. The fact that he's like 33 and he's moving like this, it's like, did his brain ever even develop, bro? It had to come to this point because there's too many nuisance streamers. It's like a spectrum. On one side, you have the good streamers, which is like iShowSpeed, who come in, they touch down in these countries, they show love, the people flood the streets to come see him. Like, literally in China, bro, they literally filled out the subway, and he really only had like one bad interaction because this lady said that she was like racist or whatever. Speed didn't even say nothing to her. He was just like, yo, are you like, do you realize what you're doing right now? He didn't even pay her no mind. The thing with Speed is like, he's actually doing groundbreaking shit. Like, he literally reversed years of American propaganda about China. People thought that China was this shithole that was just had hella sweatshops, when in reality, their infrastructure is better than America. They got flying cars, they got dancing robots, they got glasses that instantly can translate any language and you can see it. Speed is literally showcasing how crazy that is. Like, literally, and it goes to show you, YouTube is banned in China. How do they know about iShowSpeed? But then on the other side of the spectrum, you got these streamers, right? Who just come into these countries. They think that they run the place. Everybody got to bend to their will. They terrorize the general public, like Vitaly, like Johnny Somali, like Ice Poseidon. They just break laws and they hang from trees. They don't understand the customs, and rather than trying to integrate themselves in the culture, they just do a bunch of crazy shit. Vitaly has been on YouTube for like 10 years now. Like, he was in that prime prank era before the demonetization era where they were actually giving out money. He's been doing crazy shit, like running out, like, didn't he streak during the World Cup or like the Super Bowl or some shit? Like, this shouldn't even be a thing. I don't think nuisance streamers are gonna be a thing anymore. Like, they're gonna have to eventually crack down, and I think he might be the example. World Cup in 2014, dear God. Oh my God. At this point, he's Celtic Shaq. Is there somebody that's worse than Celtic Shaq? He's that.
Papa.
Vitaly TV's career might officially be over, as he just completely crashed out in the Philippines.
For you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
Imagine watching this. Like, that was the most unfunny shit I've ever seen in my life. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it and like the neurons in my brain are firing, this is old YouTube humor. During those pranks, you could take somebody's hat and run away and like, but now in 2025, it's cringe. And you're seeing somebody who never fully adapted to the landscape. Vine humor, I don't even think Vine humor was this bad.
And got arrested because of it. So over the past year or two, as live streaming has become one of the main sources of media that
was his end goal, was to like get arrested so he could get posted.
People consume, we've seen a ton of fallen off YouTubers attempt to come back and have a career resurgence by live streaming. FouseyTube obviously being the first one that pops in your head when you think of that.
Okay, let me find my wallet. Can I get a credit card? I don't have my credit card.
You know what's crazy though? Fousey was doing antics, but he wasn't doing it like Vitaly. What made Fousey stand out was his content, was his mental like instability. But now I think he's kind of calmed down though. Like, you haven't really seen any clips of him going crazy. Like, the last time I saw him was that fucking 30-day fast that he did, where he was only drinking water for 30 days and his body changed. Other than that, like, you haven't really been seeing him do anything stupid.
I just need it for 2 seconds. I gotta pay my Uber. No, don't take a picture. Can I get a credit card?
No, I don't have a credit card.
Huh?
I don't have a credit card.
Hey, I was about to give you $1,000. You wanted a picture with me and you wouldn't even pay for my Uber.
And Vitaly TV
What? Paying for Fousey's Uber? He's a multi-millionaire.
TV is one of those old school prank YouTubers who got popular not because their content was incredible by any means, but because they would go out there and do some of the most outlandish pranks possible.
No, bro, you do realize like all these pranks were fake, right? Picking up girls in a Lamborghini without talking. That's not gonna happen in real life.
And although Vitaly knew it was going to be extremely hard to get back into a positive light in the eyes of the internet after he got arrested for randomly attacking a girl while she was jogging in Miami.
And then
I'm running for help to people. Like people are getting scared, and I thought, I just have flashbacks from this. I see this girl jogging, and she's the TMZ article lied. I did not jump out of the bushes. She's running towards me. Last thing I remember is, please help, and I tried to hug her, and she pushed me or whatever. And yeah,
he's such a liar. He attacked her. He was strung out on drugs. I remember that shit.
I hit her, and
he would still somehow manage to do it. After embarrassing Neon and his girlfriend Sam Frank, when he would show up to a gym with Sam Frank's OF pictures and ask Neon to sign.
Bro, look how nervous he looks. He's like standing over him.
In them.
Chat, you know who this is?
Careful.
Huh?
Oh! Why did he dirty? No!
What's wrong with you? What's up? What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
What's happening?
Do you have a problem?
No. 2 + 2 is 4.
Look how nervous he is. Look at this old. You're a grown. You know what's crazy? It doesn't matter. You're a grown man doing this.
Oh yeah.
Get a grip of your. You pathetic ass. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
To this day, this is still one of the
my god, bro. This shit is like a fever dream.
Funniest things I've ever seen on a live stream. And not too long after that, Vitaly would start his predator hunting era, and he would get a
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a good era. You gotta give credit to where credit is due. That was an entertaining arc. The reason why he don't do that shit anymore is because everybody took that and they did it better than him. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm like 99.9% sure that all those Predator videos are scripted as well. Because you mean to tell me you're finding a new Predator every single day? And his shit was OD though. Like he would like humiliate them and shit.
A lot of really good moments out of that as well.
Yeah, he definitely had some moments.
what?
What's going on here?
Nothing.
How old are you?
Nothing.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
Damn.
But after announcing a few days ago that he fired his entire team, Vitaly has seemingly completely lost his mind while antagonizing people in another country.
I didn't even know that he fired his whole team. Why would he do that?
Vitaly would go to the Philippines to live stream there, and almost immediately after getting there, bro would just start crashing out for seemingly no reason at all.
Page, hey, chat, it's about damn time, chat.
There we go, chat.
He's too old to be doing this shit. At this point in your career, you just gotta gracefully exit. If I was in his shoes, right? This is what I would do. I would have just lived my life. I would have just went to the Philippines, went to the beach, ate good food, hung out with some of the Filipino women. Like I wouldn't even have leave the game before the game leaves you. Bro, you know what's crazy? It doesn't even have to be that way though. The thing about streaming is people want to see how you live your life. He could have been on some shit where he was just kicking it. If people would have just saw him doing like interesting stuff, like he could have been doing excursions and like activities and going from country to country to country, people would have thought he was cool.
So after scaring the shit out of that poor lady that was just trying to mind her own business, Vitaly would then go up to mall security and ask him if he can shove the banana he has in his hand up his ass.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I have a very important question for you. No, this is for documentation team about Philippines. I have a very important question for you. Can I shove this up your...
What?
Can I put this in your... It's a called a new video game, Mario Kart Infinity.
You can only do this shit on Kick, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Watch his Kick, bro. This is why Kick has such a bad reputation and it has a negative stigma, because you have streamers like this, all these toxic IRL streamers, and a lot of these ex-Twitch streamers came over to Kick and they just started running rampant and they just let them do that shit. And if you get views, you got it. If it were profitable for a social media platform to have no regulation, don't you think every social media platform would do that? You can't advertise this. There's a reason why Kick doesn't have ads, bro.
360.
And after the security guard doesn't say anything, likely because he's extremely fucking confused as to what's going on and why there's a camera in his face, Vitaly would then hop on his motorcycle and pretend like he's stealing it.
And he's just watching you. He's just watching you, bro. And this shit is all on video too. This a charge right here, bro.
Hulihin mo. Hulihin mo yan. Hulihin mo yan.
But as soon as Vitaly realizes that the security guard doesn't give a fuck, he would then come back with the motorcycle and continue to antagonize the security guard, just trying to get him to do anything he can get a clip off of.
Stop chasing me.
I know. He's too nice.
Boss, I want you to chase me.
To chase me.
Can I have a hug? Love for you. You mad at me? Okay. Look at that.
Yo, he handled that so perfect. Don't even give him a reaction.
Sorry.
Why is he looking at him like he's just trying to... He's looking for something to do to him to get that clip, bro.
I'm gay.
But after a few more minutes, he realized that the security guard really just didn't care, so he would move on to antagonize some random pedestrians that are just trying to enjoy their day.
This guy, bro, I was just having fun, bro.
The dude had a walkie-talkie.
Nobody gave a fuck.
What the hell?
I love how nobody's giving him any type of attention. They just continuing on with their day.
Oh God, bro. 15 shots of espresso.
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And I honestly feel really bad for these people.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Filipinos are very, very, very good people. That you could literally bug the shit out of them and they would not even say shit. That's how nice they are, bro. How you gonna pull up to the Philippines and geek out?
You can tell that they're genuinely confused as to what's going on.
Bro,
They're
he's
all
like
just kind
33.
of awkwardly laughing and smiling, and they likely think that Vitaly is some sort of famous person since he does have a camera pointed directly at him, when in reality, he's just a 33-year-old fucking loser that'll do anything to get views on the internet. And of
Facts.
course he wouldn't stop here, because when he saw a lady walk by with her dog, he would ask her if he could eat her fucking dog.
I'm gonna eat your dog. Excuse me? Excuse me? How much to sell your dog to China?
How much to sell your dog to China?
This is honestly sad.
And of course, the cameraman's fucking egging him on, laughing at everything he's doing. Honestly, let me know down in the comment section, who's the biggest loser here? The easy answer is obviously gonna be Vitaly, but in all reality, he probably took 100 milligrams of Addy and is off his rocker and isn't all there in
He's definitely off his rocker, bro.
the first place.
Dude, I was addicted to Adam.
Yo, how do you guys feel about this, bro? That shit is just not good content. The fact that streaming platforms would allow you to just like run around and just annoy the shit out of people, I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something in the terms of service, bro.
The last like 3 years so bad. Like people take 30 milligrams a day, 2 pills a day. I was popping 130 milligrams.
And honestly,
What?
the cameraman has all the power.
Bro, doesn't that fry your brain when you start taking Adderall like that? I remember in college, people were taking Adderall to study. I never took that shit. Thank God. I don't even feel like you need that shit to lock in, but...
in the world to stop this right in its tracks, as he's literally the one recording Vitaly. Vitaly can't record himself doing this. But of course, the cameraman doesn't care, as long as he's getting paid, even if the person that's paying him is mentally ill. There was even a moment after Vitaly would take one of the security guards' hats and run away with it like a fucking middle schooler.
Come here. I have a question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
What is he doing?
What seems like an
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like there's no personality. You're not gonna be able to build a community off of this, bro. This shit is really making me like really think about myself and just how I want to move as a content creator, bro. Like there's people who have personalities and you know who they are, what they like, what their motivations are, their passions and their interests, which is what the internet is for. It's social media. You're supposed to vocalize what it is that you like or things that you've been through, you know, maybe be relatable. There's nothing relatable relatable about taking one of those red light masks and just running down the mall as a 33-year-old man. Like, you're not adding any value, bro. If it's not entertainment or educational, people don't give a fuck about it. This is not entertainment. I think he's just so caught in that prank mindset that he's just like trying to do as much shit as possible for the clip.
Actual police officer would show up and tell the cameraman to turn off the camera. And when the cameraman would translate this to Vitaly, Vitaly would press him.
Yes, sir, I'm joking. Sir, listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Why does he get so close?
Dispatch, I'm a homosexual.
It's like he got Tourette's.
They're telling me to turn it off.
You're gonna turn it off, right?
No, it's
Let's
not.
get out of here because
And of course, the cameraman would fold instantly, which really just proves my point. Although Vitaly is obviously a fucking loser, the cameraman might be even more of a loser, as he literally has the power to shut this down in its tracks. But the cameraman is unwilling to do that, whether it's because he's afraid of Vitaly or he needs the money, or both. And because of that, this degeneracy would continue. Funny enough, almost immediately after the last clip I
harassing women for views, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the Philippines got some beautiful women, bro. Police look scared. I mean, bro, like, no disrespect, but Asian countries, bro, like crime doesn't really happen out there because it's so calm. Like, everybody minds their business, and like you could leave your bike out there and not a lot of shit is gonna happen. Now, I know like some places in the Philippines, they got like places that are poverty stricken that have crime and shit. In an area like this, like a shopping center, bro, people are just minding their business. I mean, if he paying enough, I wouldn't interfere either. Would you rather get arrested overseas? Like, it's not even worth it, bro.
showed you, Vitaly would admit that he's only doing this in the Philippines because people are super nice, and if he was to do this anywhere else, especially in Russia, he would have already got his ass knocked out.
Dude, everyone's too nice here. I like it though. In Russia, I would have got knocked the f out already. If I did this to a cop in Russia.
So really just proving my point yet again. But almost immediately after he said that, he would take the camera from his cameraman, go up to one of the security guards, and shove it straight in his face.
No. What are you gonna do? Hello.
What are you gonna do?
Hello.
Bro, he's clearly expressing he doesn't want to be on camera.
Hello. Hello.
The new one? I got the collection, so I'm gonna play the old ones first.
Hello. Paparazzi, you are best in Dubai. On a paparazzi. Papa.
And even as the security guard was trying to get away, he would just keep pushing it and keep shoving it in his face. Honestly, he's absolutely right. If he was to do this in America, he would have already gotten his face slammed into the cement. This also finally gives us the chance to see the cameraman.
Razzi, Papa, Razzi, you are my queen.
Yo, look at the why does the cameraman look? He's getting secondhand embarrassment. Oh my god, he's like, he's cringing.
Papa, Razzi, you are my queen. Papa.
He's just putting his hat in front of the camera. I don't know why he doesn't do some shit.
And he does look like the dick sucker that I expected him to. This is when Vitaly would go up to
he looks like he's Filipino, bro. Did he just hire somebody
an old
from the
lady
Philippines
and tell her that he's gonna fucking rob her?
4,900.
4,900. Let's break the 5K, chat. Excuse me, Madame. I'm gonna rob you.
Then when she stops because she's obviously terrified, bro quickly tries to act like he was gonna give her money.
If you keep walking away, I want to give you money. No, okay.
And then when she does,
bro, you just said you're gonna fucking rob somebody. When I hear that, I'm already gone, bro. I'm out of there. I'm hooked. I'm booking it.
Doesn't want his money, bro starts fucking throwing insults at her.
Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
Vaccine.
When Kick was first announced, I was kind of excited. When they told us that there wasn't gonna be any rules, I was kind of excited. I was thinking people were gonna be watching fucking movies and the NFL over there. But clearly I had way too much fucking faith in humanity.
Nah, there's copyright laws for a reason, bro.
Kick has spawned some of the worst, most degenerate streamers we have ever seen. At some point though, while he was out in the Philippines, I don't know if it was after this stream specifically or before, someone would actually press him.
When you show up here in the Philippines and you genuinely start like what happens behind the scenes when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them. I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip him, what do you do?
Exactly.
I run a software company, and I
Bro, he's just laughing like that was the lowest IQ statement he could have ever said.
provide housing for the
So you
locals.
came just to talk shit, right?
I'm not talking shit.
So why
I'm
you say-
asking you why even make that content? Genuinely.
Because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow me?
And even though Vitaly would get in bro's face acting hella tough, the dude would honestly just stand there, and it was actually Vitaly that would cower down and walk away.
I'm not gonna follow you.
Yo, I
I'm
swear to
trying
God,
have
bro.
a real conversation.
And I don't want to have a
No
conversation. I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro. Hey, what? What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people fucking with others.
Yo, look at his eyes. He's in disbelief. Oh my God. Why is it whenever somebody's falling off, you always see the Trump hat? Johnny Somali wears the Trump hat. Vitaly. Kanye wore that shit. This is the Trump hat is a sign that you're falling off, bro. Dude, look, he's in disbelief that he did not give a fuck.
And putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I have
vlog?
watched your streams,
Yeah.
and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too. Let's
Have
go.
a good one. Stay
Okay,
safe.
don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
You're not gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna
I guarantee you're not gonna knock me
do?
out.
Yo, back off.
Fucking walk.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You came
Go
with this.
ahead.
You came.
So it's pretty obvious to me that
You know when you don't respond back to what are you gonna do, that's how you know you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Vitaly only wants to do this to people that are easy targets, like old ladies or security guards that aren't able to do anything. But when someone with similar size to Vitaly decides that they don't like what he's doing, he's gonna be the first person to cower down. Now really quickly, I do want to shout this guy out. He did make a YouTube channel and he made a video kind of explaining this.
Hey, he's smart as shit. I like that. Oh my God, why I confronted Vitaly in the Philippines. That's a good video.
Situation from his end of things, and honestly he just seems like a pretty cool guy, so I wanted to shout him out over here. But thankfully not too long after Vitaly got confronted by this guy, he would actually get arrested in the Philippines.
Are you Mr. Vitaly Todorovicsky? Yes. Yeah. Good evening. Okay, here's your Miranda rights. Okay? Yes, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any...
Wait, they're reading him his Miranda rights? I didn't even know they had that in the Philippines.
And of course, Vitaly, being the fucking troglodyte that he is, decides to not take this situation serious at all and is caught smirking to the cameras while getting read his
Bro, that word is hilarious. Troglodyte?
Miranda rights.
What does that even
Filipino
mean?
news station would actually talk about this situation on the news, and a spokesperson for immigration would say this. This is something he has done in other countries. It's not his first time getting caught. He has even been jailed before for disruptive activities. He even looks smug in his mugshot. In the video where he was read his Miranda rights, he blew a flying kiss at the camera and pointed at him. It's as if he enjoys the attention from all this chaos he causes. And there's actually a word we like to use for that in America. It's called clout chaser.
I was literally thinking that.
Vitaly is unfortunately a clout chaser at heart. But they would go on to say this: if he
Yeah, because he knows that this is gonna get posted in the headlines. Vitaly ZDTV arrested in the Philippines. He knows that it's gonna be a headline because he doesn't go viral for actually making good content. He goes viral for doing stupid shit.
faces charges in the Philippines, his deportation case will proceed alongside it. However, if he is convicted and sentenced to jail time here, he must serve his sentence before deportation can be carried out. So it sounds like to me it's a pretty good chance that Vitaly is gonna spend at least a little bit of time in a Filipino jail or prison. And if you guys know anything about Filipino...
Bro, and the crazy thing is he's 33 years old. Let's say if he spends like a few months in jail, right? He's not gonna learn from that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Your age, definitely not my age. Fuck no, fuck no.
jails, they're overcrowded
Do not
and not
free him.
somewhere that you want to be. But probably the best part about this entire situation is that the authorities are also trying to arrest the cameraman for filming this entire thing.
Well, investigators are working to identify and file charges against the Filipino cameraman who accompanied
What? The cameraman is getting caught up too?
during the filming of those videos.
Isahabol namin ngayon yung pangalan niya. Nakipag-coordinate kami
We
doon.
will include the Filipino cameraman in the case. We are now working on identifying his name. I know he regrets that shit.
Sa hotel kung saan sila nakatira at yun nga ang hihabol namin ngayon, ihabol yung Pilipinong kasama nito ni Vitaly.
And I'm honestly so happy to hear that, as honestly the cameraman has just as much to do with this as Vitaly, if not more, like I said earlier in the video. I truly believe that Vitaly is mentally ill in some way, as it seems like bro crashes out once every 5 years. Let's not forget when he streaked the World Cup, or when he did it to the NBA Finals 7 years ago.
He went to the World Cup and the NBA Finals?
This is not a guy that is all there in the head, and combine that with a substance abuse problem, and this is what it gives you. And for the cameraman to basically enable this, like I said earlier, he may just be the biggest loser in this entire video. And just a few hours ago, at the time of me recording this video, we would actually receive an update on Vitaly, as he was literally perp walked in front of a bunch of people and told that his ass will be staying in the Philippines and they will be charging him there.
Limang acts na chinarge siya ay
the 5 will be filed in court.
File sa Taguig, di ba? Sa Taguig substation. Ipa-file na. At habang doon siya ay
damn, an undesirable alien.
Under custody siya ng Bureau of Immigration as an undesirable alien. Ngayon, mag-uusap pa ang Bureau of Immigration at CIDG ukol sa proseso nito. Pero sa akin paningin, at ito'y akin lamang, hindi ito'y batas sinasabi ko, ay doon muna siya mananatili sa Bureau of Immigration Detention Facility sa Muntinlupa habang siya ay naghihintay ng paglitis sa kanya rito. Hindi po namin siya i-deport. Mananagot siya sa batas dito sa Pilipinas.
Ooh, they're gonna make an example out of him. He has to answer to the law, bro.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, nakala nilang kaya nilang napastangin ang mga Pilipino.
The crimes they have committed can now only be punished by Filipinos.
Ito'y ehemplo na seryoso tayo na sa sariling bayan natin. Hindi tayo magpapabasa sa kanila.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It had to happen. You have Johnny Somali who's just racking up new charges every single day, and he's not even in jail. His case is still playing out. They're just letting him go crazy. The Philippines, bro, they gotta make an example. These, bro, nuisance streamers, this whole wave, it's gotta die. I feel like it already died out in America with like Jack Daughtery and Neon and shit like that. Like that wave is over, but it kind of worked its way out into the international world, and that shit's gonna have to die out. Cloud is a hell of a drug. I agree, bro. You know you're cooked when they want to make an example out of you. Exactly.
Fortunately, I'm still not able to figure out what exactly he's being charged with.
Imagine being there and not knowing what they're saying. They speak English, bro.
They say that he's being charged with at least 5 different things. In that video I just showed you, they didn't get into details. And since I live in America, I have no idea what a Filipino court system is like and how long this stuff might take. If anybody watching this video is from the Philippines and you have that information, definitely feel free to let us know down in the comment section, as I just don't feel comfortable talking about that because I'm probably going to be wrong. But nonetheless, it doesn't seem like Vitaly is going to be leaving the Philippines anytime soon, and he may be there for months, if not years, depending on what he's being charged with. As it seems like the Philippines are being very clear, they will not send him back until they charge him with his crimes in the Philippines. So it's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens to Vitaly and how long he has to stay in the Philippines. But for the most part, this is where I'm going to end the video. Let me know down in the comment section.
He's cooked.